This is the Throttle Out Show presented by Vixen Industries, the only show where monster truck drivers and mechanics come together to present what's happening in the monster truck community. It's the ultimate combination of torque, horsepower, and trash talk. And now for your host. First, straight out of the heart of Detroit Rock City, it's Kid Rock's neighbor and former driver of the BKT ride truck. It's Austin Spence. And the duo deep in the heart of Texas, it's the show owner and daughter of a man who conquered the industry for over 20 years. It's Harley Johnson, along with everyone's favorite Bryce Kenny lookalike, Austin Tweedy. So go ahead, fuel up, strap in, and remember, when in doubt, throttle out.
It's time! What's up, everybody? Austin Tweedy here. Harley Joe. We're in for a hell of a show tonight. The Independents took over this weekend, babe.
They really did. We have a lot of footage from a lot of different independent events that happened this weekend. But first, we got to bring on our guy, Spence. That was a little busy this weekend.
Oh, man, guys. I had a freaking blast this weekend. I cannot wait to talk about it tonight. It's Sunday. I'm so happy to be here with you guys and obviously everybody else tuning in. So let's get into it. As much as we hate to start the show off because we said we're going to talk about the independents, we're going to quickly cover the arena crap with Monster Jam. So
with MJ, yes. We will get that out of the way first, and then we'll get into the independent side of things. But we'll say this. If Spence's audio sounds weird tonight, or if any of our audio sounds weird tonight, will you let us know in the comment section? Because right before we went on air, we were having some technical difficulties.
Tweety was over here pressing buttons.
We got.
So
I shouldn't be doing that.
You really shouldn't. It's not a Simon Says, Tweety. Like, oh, it's lighting up. Push that button. Yeah. So real quick, actually, before we completely start the show, you guys actually had a little vacation this weekend, a well-deserved vacation nonetheless. So kind of talk about that a little bit.
We did. We had to celebrate this guy's over here birthday on Friday. So we went to Florida and had some fun in Orlando and in Tampa.
It's the last birthday I'll ever have.
Why do you say that?
Because I won't be having any more birthdays. I'm staying this age forever.
Yep.
Yeah, tell that to the gray hairs that are going to be coming probably around next year, buddy.
Pipe down over there.
Or they might already be here.
Shut up. Come on.
So for next year, everybody that tunes in the Throttle Out Show, I want everybody to send it to the Tweety's address, nothing but like just for men, like the hair coloring stuff to Tweety. Spencer's lighting is weird. I know. It's my stuff is always weird. Here, how about that? I'm a little bit redder now. Oh,
a little redder, but somebody is saying they can only hear you in their left ear, though.
What in the world? Okay, you guys were having the same issue.
I have no idea, man. I have no idea.
Everything is plugged in, I swear. I don't know.
I don't know, brother. But before we do get too carried away, we had something come in the mail today. Our first big order of koozies, y'all. We got koozies available. They're not on the store right now. We're going to have them up for sale later this week on our website. But we got camo. And we got black flagship cookies. Koozies.
Dude, can we get cookies?
Yeah, let's get some cookies.
Come on. So if there's any bakers out there that you don't want to hook a fat guy out, I'd really appreciate it.
Well, go ahead. Be ready to get yourself some koozies. Hang out in the shop. Take them to races. Support the Throttle Out Show. All right, let's get down to recapping the MJ Arena stuff because it's everybody's favorite. Spence, you and Harley, y'all take it away. Go ahead.
Well, first of all, shout out to Monster Jam Daily on Instagram, who has all the results for the arena shows this past weekend. So I'll go ahead and start off with Hidalgo, Texas. Hidalgo. Okay. Let's go with
Spence.
Event
Hold on,
1.
Spence. How would you pronounce that?
Oh man, come on! Like we're not even 20.
It's not Wednesday.
Yeah, we're not even 10 minutes into the show. Hidalgo, I think. That's how it's. Whatever.
Hidalgo. Okay. Event 1. Let's see. We had Colton Eichelberger take racing. Kristen Anderson takes skills. Colton took donuts. Elvis took freestyle, and then Colton took the overall for Event 1 in Texas. And Event 2, let's see, we had Bari win racing in Event 2. Elvis took home the skills. Colton took home donuts. Elvis won freestyle, and Colton took the overall. And then Event 3 of 4, We have our girl Kaylin Miguez Mowry now take
That's
the
right.
racing
There you
win
go.
for event 3.
Hell yeah.
And then Elvis took home the skills. Colton took home donuts. Elvis took home freestyle. And then Elvis also took home the overall event. And then one more event in Texas. We had Elvis take home the racing win, skills win, and then Colton took home donuts, and Elvis took home the freestyle and overall.
Damn, Elvis. Cooking it, baby.
Not bad at all. All right, so now we're moving basically to the complete other side of the country in Albany, New York. Event number 1 at the Times Union Center. Racing, we've got Tyler Meninga. Skills, we've got Tyler Meninga. Hey, donut winner, Tyler Meninga. Freestyle, Tyler Meninga.
Oh!
Come on.
Who was the overall champion, guys?
I don't know.
Tyler Meninga. So yeah, not if you're a Digger fan in Albany, New York, it was definitely your kind of show for event number 1. Moving into event number 2, racing goes to Tyler Meninga. Skills challenge actually goes to Brianna Mahan and Whiplash.
Oh,
Hey,
nice.
there we go.
Finally something a little bit different. So then we go to donuts, Tyler Meninga and Gravedigger again.
Damn it.
Freestyle winner goes to Ryan Dishroon and Saigon
Oh.
Shaker.
Whoa!
Nice.
Yeah!
But the real shocker here, I should say shocker, we know she's a great driver. Overall event champion went to Brianna Mahan for event number 2 in Whiplash.
Nice.
Very well deserved. Very
girl.
well deserved there, Brianna. So moving on to, I believe there's only 3 events. That's all that's posted on here for Albany. So third event, racing winner goes to Brianna Mahan in Whiplash, followed by skills as Tyler Meninga again, Gravedigger. Donut winner goes to Ryan Dishroon and Saigon Shaker. It seems like it's just between these 3
Just
all
those 3,
weekend.
yeah.
Just those 3. Freestyle again goes to Tyler Meninga and Gravedigger, and obviously overall event winner, obviously Gravedigger. So it's definitely a Whiplash Gravedigger weekend. Kudos to Tyler Meninga for literally like slamming the door on everybody this weekend in Albany, New York. I mean, holy crap!
It seems
But,
like every arena he goes to, he either like takes all the wins, or he sweeps it, or like there's one other person that gives him a run for his money.
I was going to say on another note, though, with Brianna winning like that, though, you know what that means, that our boy Cody Snatch is back there. He's getting some victories as well. A crew chief for Bree Mahomes, or Bree Bowles now, Whiplash's truck. So hats off, Cody Schnatz. Atta boy.
Then
I
we
think
got
he needs
one
a hat
more.
because he said something about getting a haircut from Bree this weekend.
Oh,
That's
man.
right.
Yeah, we need to get that boy a hat, damn it. Actually, I think he has one now, if I'm not mistaken. Cody, if you're listening, let us know if you got your hat or not. Go
Wear
ahead.
your damn hat.
Then we got one more Monster Jam event
In
Greensboro.
Gravedigger country. This
Yep,
is where
North
this is at.
Carolina. We had Caleb Blood take home the racing win. And then
Alright.
Tristan England take home the skills. We had our guy Matt and Jester take home the donut
Yeah,
win.
There
man.
you
And
go.
then Cynthia in Monster Mutt Galaxy took home the freestyle win. And then Tristan took home the overall for the first event. And the second event in Greensboro, we had Tristan take home the racing win, the skills win, and we had Nick and Kraken take home the donut
Boy,
win.
Nick.
And then Brandon Vincent took home the freestyle and overall.
Finally
for
got
the
it
second
going.
event.
Okay.
hmm I don't know if there's another event, but that's all that's posted on
There
Monster
is.
Jam Daily as of right
Oh, wait,
now.
hold on. There may not be another event, but I do know that in that show, Tristan England popped a motor. Both he and his crew chief, Josh Woody, pretty upset about that. Wanted to go out there and continue to win in Gravedigger country, but sometimes those motor gives, can't do anything about it.
Mhm.
But attaboy Tristan for going out there and kicking butt in Gravedigger country. What
Indie
else?
Monster in the comments saying, let's talk about Whiplash flipping almost into the stands. I
Oh.
did not
I
see
didn't
that.
see.
We don't
see a
have
picture of
any
that.
footage from Monster Jam tonight because tonight it's actually all about the independents. The independents absolutely killed it this weekend in the monster truck industry.
Well, we have a lot to go over. What do we want to go? What do we want to do first?
I say you go right to this video of the toughest monster truck tour
Okay.
that invaded Independence, Missouri. It is so good to see Bigfoot back in the winner's circle. This right here is Josh Gibson, Bigfoot 21. I don't know if he's full time with Bigfoot now or what the deal is, but Josh Gibson is back to wheeling and dealing with truck. You see right in the show how to get the 21. Bailey Shea getting after it. That's that girl right there. Come on, David. This might be Friday night's result, if I'm not mistaken, because Utah hit the turn pole right there. So you'll see coming into the final turn, both trucks, good competition. Going to be in Utah taking the win. I think they gave it to Josh Gibson in Bigfoot because he hit the turn pole. However, next night in racing, Utah going and beat Bigfoot straight up. So
Then we had Mark McDonald and Dirt Crew this weekend again.
that's right. Going back into his rental. I guess he had good insurance policy. Jerry Beck let him get back in the truck.
Yeah. I don't know about you guys. I'm definitely kind of with some of these guys in the comment section. It sounds like Tweety's audio is like a little bit in a fishbowl. Like, oh, this is how you can.
I think it's because we're playing the audio from the video.
Yeah,
That's what
you can
happens.
probably hear me now, can't you?
That's much better.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
This is his idea to play the audio from the video. So
I mean, let's be honest, guys. We love the sound of monster trucks. There's no other better sound out there.
maybe we shouldn't talk over it because that's when it gets muffled.
Yeah, whenever you hear that Bigfoot, big Ford motor in those arenas, oh man, it just gets my blood pumping. But it's good to see Josh Gibson back behind the wheel. I'm so proud of Too Tall. First ever weekend out racing Bigfoot ever and kicks his ass. And technically did it twice. So I'm so proud of Too Tall for going out there and getting that win. Don't sleep on him. Keep up with his Instagram page. I don't know exactly what his username is on Instagram, but there's more to come from him this week. I'm not going to say like big news or whatever, but more about what happened this past weekend.
Should we elaborate on this comment from my dad?
Chocolate beers.
Up your voice.
I know you guys had butter beers at Orlando, but what the hell is chocolate beers?
No, so our guy Matt Cummings, who used to be on the show with us, we hung out with him at BJ and Lindsay's this past week, and we had a great time. And he brings over these Hershey's chocolate Yingling beers, and it was like drinking a chocolate milkshake. I mean, it was.
It really wasn't.
That's
a lie. It doesn't taste like chocolate milkshake.
I'm with Lindsay or with Harley. That sounds gross.
It does not taste like a chocolate
milkshake. It was weird.
Milkshake.
Like the first one I had, it was like, hey, this is cool. This is different. The second one, I had to really choke it down. But I guess the chocolate beers messing with the old jugular over here. But anyways, that was the toughest monster truck tour. And that Independence, Missouri show, I've been in there. And just so y'all know, when you see that big ass ramp there in the middle, that is a huge beast of a ramp. Okay, that's no poon jump that people just go and lightly hit and like, oh, it's just super easy. No. That is a tricky jump to hit. You got to hit it right. At least coming up from the backside, the step up side will be very tricky. These toughest shows, though, I could not wait for next first quarter and to see their schedule. But shout out to Bailey Shea. I believe that is her hometown, or she didn't live too far from there. I know that was a big show for her to be a part of.
Damn, man. I'm not gonna lie, it's such an awesome show. Apparently, there's video out there. I haven't seen it yet, but that double van stack that is in that show, apparently Twisted Addiction kind of came down perfectly, almost like a kind of a little bit of history here. I believe it was Lindsay Wink that went over a double bus stack and like came down on the bus after the second one. I don't know, but just like comes down like butter. So, I don't know. If someone has video of that anywhere, I'd like to see it, because seeing the videos that we had, nobody even touched the van stack. So,
yeah.
Now,
go to this comment down here by my dad, because I didn't get any video footage of this in Dublin, Georgia's SC Monster Truck Madness. First place for Willie's, Daniel Ames, and Culture Shock. If I'm not mistaken, that might be Dave Razier's old XTP chassis.
I'm just over here looking like the neighbor from Home Improvement. Like, you can't see anything
Wilson?
over this comment other than just my eyes.
First place for skills is Daniel and Culture Shock. First place in racing, Daniel Ames and Culture Shock. First place for freestyles, Bubba Wilson in Crime Time.
Go.
My dad was there at that show. He and my sister were helping announce that show and help put that event on. So I know that must have been a great time. I guess they weren't too terribly far from us. But yeah, there you go. Old XDP chassis. How about that?
See you guys the next few weeks in Texas. Actually, speaking of next weekend, Cheech, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that the Hall Brothers big open house next weekend? If I remember correctly, I think I just saw it not too long ago on one of the Facebook groups, unless that got canceled.
Well, he's talking about coming down to the Texas State Fair. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah, I guess the Ram dealers, they always put on a big booth there. And I've actually seen Raminator there at the Texas State Fair. This was like 5 years ago. So I'll be looking forward whenever Cheats and them get down here. And then hopefully,
gotcha.
And then hopefully Andrew Harris will come down and hang out with us as well.
Gotcha. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, there we go. November 20th. Week after.
All right. What's next?
Alrighty. You want to go to this video? Do you know what that one is?
Just click on it.
Okay.
We'll figure out what it is.
He's just here. He's not allowed to touch buttons.
Here we go. Speaking of Hall of Fame stuff, this video is from Austin Wilder with Wilder Images. Put together a badass highlight piece of what took place at the Hall of Fame show this past weekend, Spence.
Dude, this is okay. So when we were talking about like a Field of Dreams show, this is it. Like you got
Check
Chucky
that out.
over there doing the Chucky dance. I mean, this is literally in a cornfield, or not? A cornfield, and they made a monster truck track right behind the parking lot of the Hall of Fame. I think that's Jeff Wildman Cook's son actually in the wheel, and it completely snipped the hub right off the axle there. Oops. But this is a stacked lineup for a very, very small show. You got Team Scream, Jim bringing out the old school black World Finals body. You got Jamie and I assume his wife out there with Overboard. And we also have Brandon Overmeyer out there with his diesel truck.
Hell yeah, baby. Bringing that new diesel out.
So,
I mean, it was a bit of a mud show.
Oh, it's a bit of a mud show, and it's a small track, but this just looked like a ton of fun with a completely killer lineup. And, of course, you got to have a little bit of old school action in there. I mean,
of course.
Why not? But, yeah, this definitely... There he is. There's old Brandon.
Now,
I don't really know much about this guy.
Let's talk about the big announcement that was made, Spence, this past weekend at the Hall of Fame. And I'm assuming they made the announcement maybe before the show. I'm not sure, but go ahead, Spence. What am I talking about?
So basically, they finally announced who is the class of 2021 for the Hall of Fame. And I know Cheech knows about this already, being part of the Hall brothers. But Mark and Tim Hall are inducted into the Monster Truck Hall of Fame, as well as John Moore and Bobby Holman. So a huge congratulations to those four that are making it into the class of 2021. Very, very well deserved. And I cannot wait to go for myself to actually be there when they actually induct them and see everybody, because I'm really excited to see what they do with this new building, because I've always seen videos that they always have like a big, they have almost like a what is it, like an auction for like monster truck stuff. And from what I hear, Mr. Vodders likes to buy everything. So unless you got a fat wallet, Vodder Senior may outbid you on everything. But just, it's always cool seeing trucks being restored for the occasion. You got the big RC event, but it's also a lot smaller of a building. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how they incorporate everything into a much smaller venue. So, but I'm extremely excited to see how everything turns out.
Well, I want to go back to talking about the inductees. I think one of those guys that possibly doesn't ever get talked about enough for what he's done in the monster truck industry is Bobby Holman, Mr. Team Beast. And then now his son's been driving alongside him. His son's kicking ass and taking names, but what that guy's done for the sport. And you got, like you said, John Moore following right behind him. And then Mark and Tim Hall, why have they not been in the Hall of Fame? If you go and look at their long list of accomplishments in monster trucks, you're going to be wondering why they weren't like one of the first ever, to be inducted into the International Monster Truck Hall of Fame. Just a long list of accomplishments, rightfully deserved for all those guys. And I'm hoping, Spence will send you there. Hopefully we'll get up there as well, but that'll be a very special weekend. Finally see all those good guys being inducted into the Hall of Fame.
And I believe the MTRA, the Monster Truck Racing Association, is also holding the class at a hotel not too far away from there. I'd have to look up on their Facebook page, but they are having some kind of like official rules about looking into the future, like rules and safety of the sport. But that's kind of the stuff not many fans really care about. But regardless, still it's cool to see that the Hall brothers finally got in. But yeah, I completely agree. It kind of took them quite a while to get into the Hall of Fame.
So somebody had commented us. They tagged us in this. I don't know where it's at. I was wanting to take a screenshot of this comment and put it up here. These guys make it into the Hall of Fame, but somebody who hasn't made it, and he will at some point. I know he will. The first ever, nationally televised champion in Rod Litzow, USA 1, not in the Hall of Fame. What do y'all think about that?
That's kind of strange, honestly. You'd think... that's a huge staple in this industry, because when you actually had like a big championship event, I'd imagine there should be something there about, being the first champion. I mean, good Lord, we should probably get James Trantina back on. I'm sure he's got everything for that championship, probably even still the trophy. But yeah, that is very odd that he is not in the Hall of Fame. That is very strange.
He will be at some point. But like I said, we've been trying to figure out why the Hall brothers haven't been inducted for years. And now they're finally getting their shot. But, you look at the way that, like, say, the NFL, Okay. And they do their Hall of Fame. It's like, you'll see these guys that get inducted and you're like, yeah, I mean, what took them so damn long? So I don't know. I don't know how all that works.
That's always the case with any sport. It's like, why did we wait this long to induct this person into the Hall of Fame?
So being obviously, Tweety, we're big Ford guys. We love our Ford trucks, but
Sure.
The Hall brothers have always had really awesome looking trucks through the years. The trucks always were state of the art, always made them look clean. So if you had to say, like, do you have a favorite scheme or favorite era of the Hall brothers?
Well, I will tell you this. For some reason, every time, and I mean every time, I think Raminator. I think of the red Dodge Raminator. Okay, that's just the first thing that comes to my mind. So when they redid their paint scheme, however long it was ago it was, I don't know, was it 6-7 years? I'm sure it's probably longer than that. Raminator went to black, and Remunition went to red. Really threw me off because every time I would see Remunition, I would think, oh, there's Raminator. No, it's not Raminator. I don't know. So when I think Raminator, I think that red paint scheme. So it stuck with me. But I do love that black look though, with the 3D ram head on the side. Like I also love that as well. It's just whenever I think Raminator, I instantly go to the red.
Oh, look at Jimmy's comment for what you were talking about earlier.
Outside of the sport, they haven't played him in the best light. Oh, well, yeah, that could be it. Yeah, I would have to agree. Now, Cheech actually did something really cool with his RCs. If we had a picture, we'd put it up here. But he actually made a Raminator body for his RC, and it's the paint scheme of the old black and white Executioner.
Oh, nice.
So, Hall Brothers, if you need an idea, talk to your crew chief. Just saying.
Hey, I like Guy Connolly's comment down here. Check that out.
Okay,
Lurch should be in the Hall of Fame.
That's
absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. Very, very sad to hear that happened to him. I heard a lot of great stories about old Rod.
Well, Ron was basically was the backbone there at Bigfoot. He took the ride truck around, or not the ride truck, but the display truck around. And that was his beast. That was what he wanted to do, and just did it so well. You didn't meet people who didn't like him. So definitely miss seeing him. Going up and trash talking everybody at all the races. I remember going to that toughest show we were showing at Independence, Missouri, and being around him. And that was where my dad was driving and was trash talking him. And then my dad actually got hurt at the show, and that did not mean anything to him. He just kept trash talking my dad even after he was hurt. So we definitely miss you, Ron. And one of these days you will be in the Hall of Fame. I believe that. Now, moving forward, we had this show right here. Harley, go ahead and put that up here. You might know a little bit more about this than what I do.
The Vodders Motorsports took over in. Oh, I probably cannot pronounce the name.
You can't pronounce the name. Oh, damn, that's a shame.
I'm gonna make Tweety pronounce it.
Yeah, make him do it.
That one.
Are you kidding me? Durham?
It's Durham?
Yes.
Oh, see, I would have said Durham.
Oh man. BJ,
I knew that.
Did you hear your daughter?
Okay, well, Mikey Vodders won skills and freestyle, and then Mike Vodders won racing at that show they were at. And thanks to Zachary Dorr for getting us all the footage from that show.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, no kidding. It looks like it was a pretty decent show too. Look at the crowd,
It
both
looks
sides
packed.
of the fence. Holy crap! Yeah, super awesome. I'm seeing everybody from. So is that Mikey Vodders actually driving Overkill though? Like he was able to get across from Canada to come over and drive the truck.
That's what he said. He said it was Mikey Vodders.
I can kind of tell that's Mikey driving.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's definitely Mikey.
Mm-hmm.
I like Nick Davis's comment though. That place always packs out, and hey, that's what it's all about. You have one good show, make sure it sells out, and you'll have 20 more. Years to come. All right, Bigfoot Open House happened this past weekend. Always a fun time. Always a fun family event. They get to bring out some of their local sponsors, and all the people in the town of Pacific, Missouri come out. But people come a long ways from this, right? There's people that come in from Chicago, all over the Midwest, just to see and be a part of this open house. It's a free event. You don't have to pay anything to get in. Go out there, eat some good food, and then catch out, a quick monster truck exhibition. I believe that's Christian Norman driving Bigfoot 18.
That is Christian Norman.
Oh, there we go. That's what I want to see. Some old school monster truck racing. Love it. I guess they didn't do the racing actually, but I saw there was quite a decent amount of old school trucks that were out there.
Yes. And Cheech's comment was, saw Mike Hedman. Hell yeah, Mike Hedman was out there.
Oh, man. Oh, that's awesome. I love that BFT truck. I've never been a fan of brown in general as a color, but that truck just looks so clean.
I love it. But like I said, those Bigfoot open houses, they're a damn good time. I believe the Schnells were there because they were supposed to be in, I think, San Diego for Hot Wheels, and that show got canceled because of the state of lovely California. So they were able to make it back in time for that. But yeah.
So did they only have the Bigfoot trucks on display, or did they have all the Hot Wheels stuff on display as well at the open house? That's what I'm curious about.
You mean like other
Well, they have
trucks?
well, yeah, they have their Hot Wheels bodies. So you have like Race Ace, the Bigfoot, the dent side Bigfoot with a Hot Wheels paint scheme. So were those on display as well?
Yeah,
Or
those
is it
were
just-
there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Broke
Three
agreed
Bigfoot
with
trucks.
we're in. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, that's right. They did. The guy that found the old Bigfoot Ranger, he brought that out there to show it off, like where its current state. I believe it's just a cab on a chassis with 48s, but still the fact that somebody's restoring yet another piece of monster truck history, super cool.
I was pumped about the semi that Michael Middleton put together, that old Bigfoot hauler, and then had Bob Chandler autograph it. That was pretty special. I shared that. That's on our Facebook page if you want to go and check that video out. Of Bob Chandler actually autographing the rig.
This is
Chassis
nice.
is.
This person's talking about
Yeah.
from our last episode.
They watched our Wednesday episode.
Dude, guys, my grandparents watched last episode, and my grandfather is a former police officer of Jackson County, and he even thought that was funny. So
We've been getting a lot of messages, a lot of texts about that past episode, and BJ airing out some good old stories. But I don't know. That is one of the most epic pranks. And then just here, I'm not going to go into detail. If you want to hear more about that, go to our last episode.
Go to our Wednesday episode, this last one.
Check out Story Time with BJ. All right, moving forward, Harley.
I believe this is the All-Star event. Yes, it is. I believe Corey Rummel is driving Avenger. I'm not sure who is driving Axe at this show.
may have
we got
been.
Elliot and Zach Gardner and Little John Zimmer Jr.
Oh, yeah. This
Oh man.
Go then.
I-96 Speedway never disappoints. This isn't that far away here in Michigan, but yeah, this is that I heard. I kind of felt bad going to Ohio because this show was literally like 45 minutes away from me. But
Hold on.
this-
Am I seeing this wrong? Are the trucks going the wrong way?
what are you talking about? They're never.
What do you mean?
They're turning to the right.
Well, it's okay. You got to mix up Chicago style, dude. I mean, they
Oh,
turn
no, that was
left
cool.
all the damn time.
That was cool. I like that. That was cool.
What do you mean they're turning the wrong way? Who
Turning
cares?
Or they're drifting to another side.
Mixing it up.
I've never seen that. That was cool.
Oh my gosh, you sound like someone that watches NASCAR every week. And oh my gosh, they're turning right.
I was like, did they turn their camera around backward? Like the mirror selfie or whatever, and turn around? I don't know, but no, that looks awesome. I bet it was pretty chilly up there.
It's not that bad. Oh my gosh.
Okay, well, what's not
They're
that bad to
long
you?
sleeves.
Okay, to me, okay, are you saying like when I should be putting on like a sweatshirt and pants? 60 degrees. 60 degrees is where it's like, all right, time for long sleeve sweatshirt, whatever.
Okay.
Living in Florida, it was like, oh my gosh, it's 80 degrees. I need a hoodie and a blanket. Like, no, it's not even that cold.
Josh Echols comment, wasn't warm with the wind, that's for sure.
You'll be fine. Let me check your
Look at Lil
messages.
Zim airing that truck out. Love watching this guy
He
drive.
was the skills winner and the freestyle winner, I believe.
Hell yeah, he was.
Oh my
Lil
gosh,
Zim.
thank God. Lil Zim finally broke the Michigan curse. So those that don't know, every time I've seen Lil Zim, maybe it's me then, because every time I've seen Lil Zim in Michigan, he never did well.
Maybe you're the bad luck charm.
Maybe it is me. I don't know. But hey, that's awesome that he got to actually come home with some hardware from the great state of Michigan. So
Now, quick plug. I don't want to make a commercial out of this because we don't have sponsors, so we are self-sponsored. So make sure you go to the Throttle Out show. Grab yourself a nice pair of motor socks, baby. These just came in the mail today. Excited about these damn motor socks.
ThrottleOutShow.com.
I'm waiting until we eventually get some socks that say throttle on one and out on the other. But regardless, they're awesome. They're great looking quality. I just hope they go up to big feet like me. But anyway, Also, Tweety, I just noticed this. Do we have long sleeves now? When did that happen?
We got long sleeves, or I don't think they're active on the website. I got to make it active on there.
We had to do a couple test runs with the long sleeves, so we'll make them active tonight.
Yeah. It's all trial and error over here, y'all.
Yeah.
We put stuff out or we get samples in. It's like, oh, it's great. And then we go to wash it and it will fail immediately once it takes the washer and dryer test. So this was one of them. So bear with us. We will have long sleeves available. We do have hoodies available right now. And then for those of y'all who don't know, we do have 2 different types. And Jeffrey, we're working on it. We're working on it.
Not yet. We will get it eventually.
We can make it happen.
Yeah.
Next summer, we're going to have swimming trunks. Not the same thing, I know, but.
That's not the same thing
no,
at
it's
all.
Not. But if you've been to our website recently, you notice we have a difference in what we call the premium shirts. Then we have just like a regular shirt. There's nothing wrong with the regular shirt. Matter of fact, that shirt is just like any other monster truck shirt you would go and buy at a show. Okay, same quality, and they're good quality shirts. However, we thought we would take it, kick it up a notch. Take it to the next level, and we got what we're calling our premium shirts for just a little bit more. You get these super soft, good work quality shirts. Matter of fact. No lie, Too Tall texts me today and he goes, by the way, y'all shirts are so damn comfortable. This is all I want to wear anymore. Thank you, Too Tall. Put that on your social media somewhere. Now, moving forward, what's this next show?
And to respond to this, we do have blankets on our website, or we have 1 blanket on our website.
Yeah.
For now, maybe more in the future.
And they are comfy. Nice movie watching blankets. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I could get swamp ass and throttle out underwear. No, please, we don't want that picture on our Instagram.
Oh my
God,
God.
no. But the swim trunks idea, I like that.
Yes.
You should write that down.
We're definitely going to do some trucks. Okay, this is from the Mega Monster Truck Live show in, oh my gosh, I totally forgot. In Colorado.
But this is a new the new tour, though, right?
Yes, this is the new tour. The new circus promoted tour. Circus.
Okay.
I'm noticing either the blue section is just not allowed, or they just didn't.
Not allowed.
Yeah, I think the blue section's not allowed, but also like the regular seating, there's not a lot of people there.
Well, I'm just curious. Like, does it wrap around, or is it just like that's the main grandstand? Okay, so maybe there's more on this side.
To the other side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. But I gotta say that white obsessed body looks pretty sick. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. Yeah, that body is sick. No, this looks like a cool venue for a show, though. I'm liking this.
I do like it. I kind of wish that the track had a little bit more variety, but other than that, it was a pretty decent lineup. It just didn't look like there was a whole lot there for the drivers to really do a whole heck of a lot.
I gotta say, for a brand new tour, I ain't gonna be judging these guys super hardcore.
They're still learning. They're still trying to figure out these new tracks and everything.
Yeah, yeah. I like though having you some heavy hitters there at the show. That was cool. Now this next one right here, Harley, was in, I believe, Placerville. And the video sent in, or I found this off of Troy Lee's YouTube. I'm assuming he's the one who actually took the video, and somebody didn't just send it to him and then he put it on his channel. But I wanted to put this out here. This is Bill Payne out there rocking the Rockstar, one of his newer chassis. I wanted to put this out here just to show y'all the venue, okay? Because this is what monster truck shows, these independent shows are missing, is these big, open dirt tracks, okay? And Bill Payne's going to go out here and absolutely burn it down in true Bill Payne fashion. And it almost looks like a mince chassis out there flopping around on the acid and jumping up. But what a cool venue for a monster truck show.
Oh, man. Yeah, I got to say, man, I really love these big, wide open dirt tracks. But as far as Troy, I know for a fact Troy actually took these videos because I in our little friend group, every single one of us, except for our friend John, went to a show this weekend. So, John, we love you, man.
Now, Paige Johnson made the comment, are we going to talk about the Elko Novato show? Paige, the only video footage I got from the Elko Novato show, and it wasn't even video footage, it was just a picture of y'all next to the truck. I saw Trim had on a racing suit, and your mom had on a racing suit, and that's all I got from that show. Otherwise, I would totally have more info on that show. So, now, moving on to our last big video clip, anyways, of the evening. Don't play this clip just yet because I got to get my list here ready. Okay. So when you start this video, will you just keep it paused for a second so I can go over everything? So Spence, where were you this past weekend before we played the clip? Where'd you go? What'd you do? Is that you in your own background tonight?
That is. So that's just my arm. But yeah, I was in Canfield, Ohio, and Joe actually called me up and said that, hey, I could use a little extra help this weekend. and I thought I was just going to help out with ladder, helping out with people, but I was there helping with the ride truck since 10:30 in the morning, and we didn't finish with the very last ride from the Outlaw Monster Truck Drags till about 8 o'clock that evening. It was nonstop all day. It was so much fun.
So, starting the show there, you put this on our story, and I got the biggest kick out of this. Go ahead and pause it.
Oh.
Okay. There's a poll put out. Who is driving the Mayhem ride truck today? Was it A, Sasquatch, B, Austin Spence, C, Lumberjack? Just so everybody knows, the final results are myself included, along with Avengers Racing, Indy Monsters, Steel Titan Sports League, and Kaylin Mowry all voted Sasquatch. And then C, we had C, Zachary Dorr, Eric Booth, Monster Jam Jet voted Lumberjack. But the winner with 59 votes goes to Austin Spence driving the Mayhem ride truck.
I love Cheech is like D is all the above. So
all the above.
so you can't hear the audio, but as I'm driving by, my wife is the one recording, and I just go with a ride full of people. I just go, "Hi, honey," and I just keep driving by.
So happy. And thank you, Nate Bay, for going out and getting us some good video footage this past weekend, man. You rock. Your mom takes great pictures. And I'm glad you got to hop up in the cab with good buddy Spence. And here's all the trucks coming out for a nice little parade lap. And then, Spence, you can just kind of take it from here.
Oh, man, dude. So, first of all, this entire event was like going to a miniature four-wheel jamboree. Outside of that, you can't really see it. There was no clips or anything, but there was a huge classic car show and truck show going on outside of the grandstands. So not only were people coming in, entrance was free, but grandstands is where everybody had to pay to get in and watch the event. So big, massive car show. You had RC trucks going around. Huge shout out to Kevin Warlicki and Christopher Warnick for putting on that entire ordeal with the RCs. I heard a lot of people broke their stuff. But yeah, it was a ton of fun, a lot of stuff going on, but I seriously loved watching every single one of these. You get to see Colton Kaiser here with a mini monster truck going over the bus stacks, slap wheelie over.
That looked like a rough hit, not gonna lie.
Oh nah, man, he's a trooper. So speaking of rough hits, so there were quite a few mega trucks out here for the Pro Mod truck, sorry. And the very first truck that went out there for qualifying, because what they did is they did qualifying passes for every single class before they got into racing, then freestyle. The very first mega truck that went out was Mudslinger, completely cleared the bus stack and completely snapped the right front off the truck and was done for the rest of the evening. So if someone's got a clip of that, it was awesome airtime. I saw it from the ride truck. But this guy, Kyle's Nut Kunkel, driving this old beast like it's fresh out of the metal shop. Like this truck, I mean,
check out this air right here, y'all.
Yeah, he was airing this old thing out. I mean, he got out of the truck after the show, and I was like, dude, you okay? He's like, dude, my back hurts already. But I believe this was the other Jensen that was driving Kamikaze this evening, or that evening. Zach Jensen, and he laid down a really good run. But the finals racing was down between Joe Sylvester and Mr. Alan Pizzo. And it looked like Alan almost had Joe after the bus stack, but it looked like the front end wanted to do something, kind of go towards the middle of the track, and Joe got away with a win. But still awesome. Tons and tons of action going on the entire show. I mean, as you can see, I'm in the back. The line would not stop for the ride truck at all. Like, none whatsoever. Like, people were not letting up. So, it was just an absolute blast. The only thing that I kind of felt a little bad for is it seemed like there were some issues with the other mini monster trucks, but Colton Kaiser, man, that kid can drive.
Man.
Dude, he put on an awesome show. I mean, he's bobbing around. He put on a heck of a freestyle. And it sounds like he might be going into a full size here actually relatively soon.
That was going to be my next comment was, does that make him like a qualifier for getting into the full size now? I think he'd be a great full size monster truck driver.
Damn right. And I was actually talking to them about this because not too long ago, they posted that they were thinking about selling American Scout because they're wanting to put him in a full size. And he's like, man, I almost don't want to get rid of it because it's just so much fun to drive. I mean, Alan Pizzo and all those guys have so much time and effort built into those mini monster trucks. Honestly, I actually made the comment to Alan because, Tweety, you know this. I have this unhealthy obsession with mini monsters. And it's like, they're so awesome, but as a big guy,
I believe Alan Pizzo has a big hand in building all those mini monsters.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
he did. And I made the comment to Alan. I was like, I love these mini monsters because as somebody who's probably a big fan of the sport, but doesn't have the funds nor the space for a full size truck, a mini monster or a mega truck might be the better way to go because, you don't need a giant pole barn. You don't need a $500,000 hauler with extra parts. A lot of the stuff that is on a mini monster truck comes out of vehicles you see driving on the road. But you're still paying the price of almost a brand new race ready truck. So.
Sure. Yeah. And Ben Eyeliner, what's up, man? Good to see you back on here. Now, Spence, being at the show, you were actually a part of it. You got to see everything. And the controversy that's been started between a couple of tours here. Would you say that this show kind of put the rumors to bed, or is it still ongoing? What do you think?
Well, okay. Well, let's talk about the rumors for a second, because looking at the grandstand, it was almost sold out. That show,
big grandstand.
It was a massive grandstand, and it was damn near sold out. There was a ton of people there. Some people kind of left a little early because if you saw our story, it did start raining a little bit starting intro. Some people might have got a little worried there because of the rain. But, again, it was such an awesome event. Honestly, I can't wait to see Joe bring another one back. I don't think he's going to try and fully commit to making it a full-blown schedule, like a full-blown series.
Yeah.
But in the same sense, if he was to do something where it's almost similar to a jamboree, where it's either like a once a month or once every couple of months kind of thing, but it's that big of a caliber of an event, he'll have no problem bringing in people, for sure.
Well, I mean, that's a good point. Now, you also went by the High Octane Coffee Shop as well, didn't you?
My gosh, man, this place was awesome. So I might age myself a little bit. Does anybody remember those old I Spy books when we were a lot younger, where it just was like a mess of stuff? You could walk into High Octane Coffee, and anywhere you looked, there was something oriented with monster trucks. There was literally, I believe it was a shirt rack or a hat rack or whatever, made entirely out of old pistons.
Really?
Super. I mean, yeah, the amount of creativity that is inside High Octane Coffee is so amazing. I mean, I don't know if Joe made everything himself, but it looks like he did. Not only that, but he so much appreciates like his fans. There's some artwork from fans with his trucks. There's autograph signs and pictures and some trophies. I mean, it's a small shop, don't get me wrong. This isn't like a massive, like the size of McDonald's, but still just walking in as a monster truck fan or a fan of motorsports in general, it is so, so cool. Now, here's the other thing. So a lot of people don't know this, but I'm not a big coffee drinker. I've tried coffee. I really do give it a chance, but I cannot drink it. But they did have hot chocolate at High Octane, and that was by far the best hot chocolate I ever had. But, however, my wife, she is a big coffee drinker, and she got some kind of iced coffee. I don't know exactly the word, and she's avid for always either going to Dunkin' Donuts or over to Starbucks. And she said that was the best coffee she has ever had. So if Joe Sylvester ever plans on making
we need to go over there so I can have coffee.
100%.
I'll be the judge of the best iced coffee ever. That's all I ever drink.
Yeah.
Coffee.
So without a doubt, if you ever plan on building a shop in Michigan, I don't care if it's on the Michigan-Ohio border, my wife will be there almost every damn day because she's addicted. Now, we did pick up a bad habit bag of coffee.
You did.
I'm worried that tomorrow morning my mother and my wife will be fighting over it because they both need their caffeine in the morning. So we'll see.
Hey, that's all I need. They're going to need one cup of that, and then they're going to be set for the rest of the day. Well, on days that I'm extra sleepy, I'll make a cup of that in the morning. If I stay a little too late, because it's got twice the amount of caffeine in it, and I'm good to go. But I mean, some of the best tasting coffee though, and I don't put creamer or sugar or anything like that in my coffee. I just drink it, black, and some of the best coffee I swear I've ever had.
And honestly, man, Joe, seriously, dude, nothing but praise from this weekend, man. Like, you nailed it. I really felt bad for Joe because he was running around all day. I mean, being a driver, promoter, everything, he was running around as soon as we got there, he was running around. And me and my wife actually had to help out with the merchandise booth because some of the girls that were supposed to come out and help, they either something happened, they got stuck in traffic or something, but me and my wife actually helped this one girl set everything up and of course my size comes into matter because two shorties can't reach the top of a tent to hang up shirts, so I got to be a clothes rack. for a couple hours. So other than that,
I mean, for people who don't understand, though, it's like, okay, we look at monster truck promoters, and they've got it going on. They know how to put on these great shows, and they know how to promote their shows, and people just look at it as like, it's just such a walk in the park. All you got to do is hire good drivers. People show up. You have no idea what it takes to put on a show. I'm telling you, from being on the not so successful end of putting on monster truck shows is a pain in the ass. Joe has gone out on a limb. He's trying to make this thing work for the Outlaw Drags. And after this past weekend, I know it's just a big sigh of relief for him for that show to go off as big of a successful run it was for that weekend in Canfield, Ohio. So kudos to you, man. Hats off. Now, kind of changing gears a little bit. If you go back up to Densei Sylvester's comment.
Yeah, I saw that comment.
I want to bring that up. We're kind of done
up.
with recapping the weekend and everything right now. So let's talk about some good stuff here. People, we get this question, not this exact same question, but same topic is, why don't you just have more drivers on the show? And so when BJ was on the show last week, we kind of brought light to the facts like there's a lot of drivers we're actually not allowed to have on the show. We just can't. Monster Jam won't allow it. We've already tried to make it happen, and they have shut that shit down real quick. And they're like, nope, you can't do it. We've never really got their for sure reasoning as to why they can't come on our shows. But they're just not allowed to. So, why not get guys who have retired, gone away from monster trucks? And yeah, I mean, like these guys that you've mentioned right here, sure, I'm sure we could. Now, I don't have a personal relationship with any one of them. I don't know them. I was on a tour with Lee. I think I said 2 words to him the whole time I was on tour with him, but I don't know these guys. So
that's true. I've heard stories that Medusa wants nothing to do with anything monster trucks. So
I thought she was back in the wrestling gig. Is she not?
She is. She definitely has something going on with WWE. She's always doing stuff with
wrestling. Because that's not a sinking ship or anything. But
I'm just saying, I think that's what she does now. She's back into that almost full time, if I'm not mistaken. George Ballahan, I don't know what he does now. And Lee was racing other stuff. I don't know if it's drag racing or what, but I mean, we can try to reach out to them, see if they'd be interested to come on. Sure, I guess we could do that. But we will have more drivers on in the future. Don't you worry. Oh, my gosh. I'm not about to spill in what we're working on behind the scenes, but let's just say next year we're going to have some really cool stuff happening, and that's all I'm going to say. Done.
I'm sorry, I tuned out. What'd you say?
I'm sorry. No, I feel the same way, Spence. You talked I don't know. What were you talking about?
Yeah, dude. I think everyone just just straight old dial-up tone, just like.
I may have done it like that for a reason. That's all I'm going to say. Is next year, cool thing, drivers, throttle out show. That's all you need to know.
Dude,
okay.
We already announced the flags. Is that what you're talking about?
Nope. No, that's
I don't even know what he's talking about.
Yes, you do. Both of y'all know.
What?
Obviously, we don't know what you're talking about.
Are you forgetting I'm the dumb one on the show? Come on, man.
No, but I like your shirt, though.
Oh, thank you. Honestly, dude.
We had a comment. I wasn't there for Wednesday episode, but what was the thing you guys wanted to tell us? It seemed like kind of a big deal.
What's that? I wasn't there for Wednesday episode, but there was a thing you guys.
I think he's talking about the Bigfoot thing that we weren't supposed to talk about until Wednesday.
Oh, yeah. yeah. BJ was the one that brought that to light, so you definitely need to watch that episode because BJ went into full detail of what he did.
Yeah, that was one of the first things we talked about on Wednesday's episode. So definitely going to watch that to find the full story because it's pretty funny.
Hey, you know what, Cheech? I'm in, man. If I can get there Friday night, because I'd like to go to the MTRA class, if possible, because I heard a lot of big names are going to be there for the safety of the sport. I'd like to attend that, but if you need a co-host, I'm in, man. I'll be more than happy. And, hey, if you guys actually come all the way up to Indiana for the Hall of Fame, maybe we have a big merger episode with Throttle Out and Crush This.
Yeah, we can do that. And then Indie Monsters. Did I get a tattoo from BJ this past weekend? No, I did not. But I will be getting a tattoo from him, I say at the absolute latest, probably, next May, if we're not there back around Christmas time or something like that. We were talking about it while we were there this past weekend. I had the idea to do a couple of tattoo ideas. But I'm just going to throw this out there.
Maybe it's Throttle Out related tattoos.
If you are going to Tampa or anywhere, Tampa, Orlando area for monster truck related things, make sure you stop by. Check out that badass tattoo shop that BJ's got. The Riding Dirty Ink tattoo shop is legit. Too legit to quit. I don't know if you saw our Instagram video the other day of us hanging out there. BJ was working on some stuff for us. I don't know if y'all caught that or not. If you go back, you watch the video, he's working on something for us. Me and Matt Cummins are having a good old conversation. It doesn't matter what we were talking about.
No, you guys need to be locked up with the shit you're talking about. Oh god, Indie Monster, throttle out tattoo on the butt cheek. Yep, says throttle out right on your ass.
Did I not try?
Yeah.
I really tried to get him to get a tattoo on his butt cheek.
Why?
Because it's funny.
Nothing said you're committed to a relationship like getting a tattoo that your wife tells you to on your ass, man. I wouldn't do it because I have a. Yeah, it's true. And plus, BJ knows people, so I mean, you can make it happen.
Now, I will say there was a lot of crap that happened this past weekend. If you went to a show or you were a part of a show that didn't get mentioned, we apologize because we've spent all day trying to put these video clips together and get enough out there. We're right at, an hour or just in damn recaps and not in, speculation and drama and whatnot like we normally like to jump into.
No, I mean, yeah, the speculation and drama is fun, but I mean, there's nothing. Oh, there's another thing that got announced. I guess we could talk about it. But they finally debuted the new body for our good buddy Michael Brister with Hot Tamale.
I wanted to find a picture of it. I couldn't find anything anywhere.
What do you mean you couldn't find it? It's all over social media.
You got a picture like at the race. You saw that?
I saw a picture of the truck at the show.
Damn, I would have put that on here.
Oh my gosh, Tweety. Yeah, he made it. Cheech made a good point. It's a Ram. Actually, you know what? It's not because you guys run the Rebel Ram bodies. That's right. I thought it was the same body that the Hall brothers run. It's a good looking truck. I'm not gonna lie. It looks pretty good. Hopefully Brister keeps it in one piece.
Now we got some cool stuff coming up Wednesday and talking about what's going to happen this weekend with a few big shows that's going on. I really don't have a whole lot else for tonight though.
No, tonight we pretty much just recapped a lot of the independent shows that happened. Not all of them because there was a lot that went on.
Yeah,
but
just a big night of recapping everything that happened though, because damn it, there's so much to happen in the independent world. Independents are taking over monster trucks. We've already said that once before. I think the proof is in the pudding when you look at stands. The fans getting in and filling these seats versus what's going on in these, Monster Jam arenas anyways.
Hey, actually, you know what? Since you're watching, man, when's the next your next big show that's not a display or anything like that? Like, do you guys have anything on the schedule right now? We'd like to see the Ram, you guys and Hall Brothers Racing actually go out and kick some ass. So we're just curious when your next show is going to be.
I don't know when their next show is going to be.
Maybe it's like the state fair is their next big thing, maybe.
Yeah, which it's not a show. They're going to be,
It's still a lot of fun. I had a buddy of mine go to the one. I can't believe I missed it though. Here in Novi, Michigan, they had one at the Michigan State Fair where they did the Car Crush, I believe it's the Primal RC Dodge Ram trucks or the little RC trucks that they had, a little course setup. Jen Bay, really nice to meet you too. Thank you for all the pictures. I really appreciate it. This is actually her picture right behind me. I went to your Facebook and stole it. This might be my new background for forever. No, we were done racing.
Okay.
Oh.
Dang it.
That's a wrap for Team Ram, at least for racing this year. And we're going to be getting into some good old first quarter prep, and who knows where we're going to see them next first quarter.
I mean, honestly, they got such a good thing going on with Dodge, one of the Dodge dealerships. So, I mean, why break a good thing? They're making good money. They're not tearing their stuff up. So, I mean,
enjoying their jobs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, enjoying the jobs. You get to work on something and make it look nice, and it doesn't get destroyed within 30 seconds.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. That's basically all I got. We have got to have a special meeting after the show, which is what we're about to get to. Okay.
No.
Remember
Am I in timeout again?
No, you're not in timeout. The Easter egg I just told y'all, plans for next year. That's what we're going to be working on right now as soon as we're hopping off the air. Make sure you head over to the throttleoutshow.com. Get you one of those. Get you one of these, babies. Remember, when in doubt, throttle out. Peace out, y'all. Good night.